Hello, everybody, and welcome to Managing Your Health. My name's Jacob Yunt, and I am the general manager at our Octane Fitness Center at Atlanta campus. And today we've got our men's health workshop, so we're going to tackle a few topics specific to men's health and some ways you can improve and some ways that you can tackle those issues. Guys, stay on. Ladies, stay on too. We all have male friends, family in our lives, so this is all super important stuff. So let's get going. All right, so today in our Managing Your Health webinar, we're going to talk about some health statistics for men. We'll look at a few numbers. We're going to go into mental health, into heart health, and then prostate and testicular cancer. And then we're going to share a few resources with you that we have. All right, so the first number I have for you, 77 years. That is the average life expectancy for men. That's a 5-year gap in the women's average life expectancy, which kind of shows you that there really shouldn't be a 5-year gap. We, should have a similar life expectancy. So that shows you kind of the disparity that men in general are taking care of themselves and that we can improve. The next statistic is about heart health, and the number is 70 to 89%, and that number reflects sudden cardiac events that happen, and they're in men. So 70, 89% of the time, if someone has had a heart attack or a sudden cardiac event, it's going to be a male. And heart disease is one of the leading causes of death in men. So your heart health is super important. The next one we're going to talk about is mental health, which is a huge topic of conversation. Over 6 million men suffer from depression, and it often goes undiagnosed. There's so many stigmas with mental health in the male community that need to be broken down, and we'll go into that in a little bit. And then the next number is 250,000 men will be diagnosed with either prostate cancer or testicular cancer this year. And that Men's Health Month is in November, and it kind of falls in with Movember, which is the foundation that brings light to both of those cancers. So we'll dive into that as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and one of the more important things that doesn't get as much attention is mental health. So some risk factors of mental health: social isolation, unemployment, relationship trouble, the lack of seeking treatment, and low testosterone. So first and foremost, during the pandemic, we've had quite a bit of social isolation and unemployment. And if you were trying to seek treatment, maybe all this has made it a little bit harder. There's tons of virtual options, which is kind of a great thing that's come out of this, is that you can almost see a counselor or therapist at, a snap of your fingers on a Teams meeting or FaceTime or something like that. So that's been a great thing. But I would say that the main thing is to ask for help. There is nothing wrong with, asking for help if you suffer depression, anxiety, social anxiety, any sort of mental health disorder. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. If you're struggling, if you see someone struggling, if you know someone, check on your friends, check on your family. We are a support system for each other, and we need to keep a lookout for everyone. It's it's hard to make that first move on your own. So sometimes having someone that has you can talk to that can help you move in that direction is great. Like I said before, 6 million men suffer from depression. 19 million men suffer from anxiety issues. So you are not alone. There are millions of people who struggle with this sort of thing. Another crazy statistic is that men are 4 times more likely to commit suicide if they're struggling from mental health issues. So all of that goes in with the stigma of seeking help, and just there's not a lot of light brought to it. So check on your people, check on yourself, and there are other ways to improve that as well. Exercise is a fantastic way to help with mental health. It helps boost endorphins. It can help you relax. It can help you reframe your day. Just being outside and enjoying a little bit of a walk can help break up that, what you're thinking and kind of how your brain is, moving in that direction. Can really, really help. And lower testosterone can kind of lead to some of these mental health issues, and that usually happens as men age. It is natural, and it happens to almost everyone, some more than others, but continuing to do weight-bearing exercises is proven to help maintain and even increase those testosterone levels. The more muscle mass you have, the more your body's producing that testosterone to keep up with that. And so there's so many benefits to getting exercise during your day. And daily gratitude or affirmations can help in a huge way. Gratitude can help us feel valued, or help someone else feel valued that is struggling. You always feel good when someone appreciates what you're doing. So give that to yourself. Write down some things that you're grateful for others. Give yourself some affirmations, and that can really help as well. All right, so next we're going to move into heart health. So some risk factors. Heart health is talked about quite a bit. So risk factors: smoking, high blood pressure, stress, diabetes, obesity, sedentary life, alcohol consumption. Family history also. We can't really fight family history, but we can make improvements and get rid of some of these other risk factors that help us, so that your family history doesn't necessarily become, the reason why. Like I said earlier, that it's the leading cause of death in men. So huge in men's health to tackle, making sure your heart's healthy and strong. So 1 in 5 men have some sort of cardiovascular disease. So if you're in you got a team and there's 10 of you, there's a chance 2 of you have some sort of cardiovascular disease. But it is one of the easiest things that you can improve and get better. Just like with mental health, exercise, I'm going to say it in every single one, exercise is a fantastic way to help improve heart health, making sure your heart is strong enough that it can pump and get blood throughout your body, making sure it's well oxygenated. 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week cardio exercise, that is the perfect amount. It's a 30-minute walk, jog, 5 days a week. Limiting your alcohol consumption, bringing it down. They recommend dropping it 1 to 2 drinks a day, but obviously less than that is also great too. Help that liver out as well. Diet change. So you can switch to whole grains. You can, that helps with your LDLs and your cholesterol. Introducing some healthy fats, just things that can help, less fatty foods, less processed foods, more vegetables and fruits. All of that stuff helps. And sleep. Sleep is huge. Sleep is also another good thing for mental health. It kind of falls in line with exercise as well, for kind of being a band-aid for everything. We're recommended to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And I know that's hard. Life gets in the way of that sometimes, but a lot of sleep is good to keep us healthy and limit our stress. So exercise is a great way to limit that stress, making sure you're well rested. That helps. Doing some breathing exercises, some meditation, yoga, in fact, that can help as well. So those are a few ways to help improve your heart health. And then we're going to go into prostate and testicular cancer. So we'll just dive right in. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men. It typically happens within older age range, 50 plus. That's not to say that it doesn't happen with men under 50, but it is more common in older populations. Oftentimes there's no signs or symptoms. So it's super important when you're in that age range to get checked yearly by your doctor and physician. And early detection in almost any case, any cancer is your best bet. And then testicular cancer. Testicular cancer accounts for about 5% of cancers in men. It's not as common, but it does happen, which is why there's a month dedicated to it, because we don't want it to be swept under the rug and forgotten about. It often happens to men of a younger population, which I was unaware until I did some more research. So from the ages of 15 to 39 is the most common age range for testicular cancer. Symptoms include swelling, pain, and lumps. And the best way is just to routinely conduct self-checks and contact a physician. If anything seems off, if anything is different, reach out to your doctor and get that checked out, and share this information with your family and friends. It's good to keep other people accountable. It's not, the funnest thing to talk about, and you might think it's a little taboo, but it could help save someone's life. So, and now just a few resources that we have. So we all obviously have our Cox Fitness channel, which has tons of, which is what you're watching this webinar on right now. Lots of group fitness classes, other webinars. Our fitness centers, we're available to you guys for personal coaching sessions to kind of help you get on the right track. And if you live in the metro Atlanta area, our fitness centers are open. We've got 2 locations that are open right now that you can come in and get some exercise. As it gets colder outside, working out inside is a lot more, it's a lot better than working out in the cold. So on Cox Impact, which we have access to, there are tons and tons of resources there as well. There's a Movember group that you can find on there. And they have their whole Teams page and lots of resources there for prostate and testicular cancer. There's also, you've got resources for counseling on there as well. So through your insurance, you can find stuff on there. And also, if it's work related, there's like, you can get about, I think, 8 counseling sessions. So that all that information is on Cox Impact as well. And know your numbers. So you've probably heard of it. It's a huge campaign that Cox does, and you can get paid to do it, and it helps you figure out where you are and what your health numbers are. And that's a fantastic resource that not everyone has the opportunity to have. So that's a great resource to have, and all this is, like I said, on Cox Impact. So I just want to thank you for tuning in, and just check on your people, and check on yourself too. We often don't go to the doctor, or we just think we're all right, we're good. But it's always good to get a checkup and see where you're at. So thank you.